Players have already sent in their bans. We've got ACCM from banning Socotra, African Clearing, and Golden Pit. And we've got Yasin, who's going to be banning Hideout, Arena, and Socotra. ACCM Civ bans Chinese, Aztecs, and Mayans. And Yasin going with the Mayans, Aztecs as well. But also the Lithuanians. So not a lot of bans in the Civ department because we have some overlapping ones. And it looks like round one, we've got Nomad, Japanese versus Cumans. Let's see if either player uses their insta-ban. And we do not. That is it. We even have round two ready to go. Looks like the players clicked forward to that. But guess what? They've already started. They are already on the map. They are already on Nomad. And if I can push the right sequence of buttons, then we are off to the races. This is live, guys. We are caught up live. In red, Yasin will be playing as the Cumans. And we are on Nomad, guys, so he's going to be set up in the western section of the map. ACCM is going to be set up centrally, playing as the Japanese in blue. Both players have docks down already. Japanese player is going to be southwest, and Yasin, the Cuman, will be set up in the southeast. I'll get our ELOs adjusted as well up on the screen if you guys give me a minute. Pull everything up. Dude, let's just do this. Cast match. Yasin. And let's just hope my... Nope, it's not going to work today. The palette Padan Fane. Cast match. ACCM. Up thingy. AOE builds.com. There's your free advertisement, AOE builds. Let's see if that does it. If not, then we'll do rank. Yasin. Yasin is Padden Fane. Is that, I have no idea. That's what it looks like Nightbot is pulling them up as. I don't know if that's actually true or not. What I really would like is just the player's ELO so that I can put it on screen and have everything match and I can go back to focusing on casting. If we have a moderator in chat, that'd be a great thing for moderators to be doing regularly so that I don't have to do it. Because that comes up literally every series, and not once have the mods been using the ELO command. So mods, please help. 2380. There we go. So Japanese versus Cumans. I actually think both players have decent Nomad maps here. Does it say AKA Yasin anywhere, DJ Kimco, or is that you just kind of assuming that? Because I typed in cast match Yasin and it pulled up Padden Fane. I don't actually know. I have no idea. Says it on AOE2.net. Okay. Is Padden Fane a more known name? Because I don't recognize that name either, to be honest. No offense to the player. Maybe my my tournament, my AOE2 tournament lore isn't on point, but I don't recognize them. And it's not like they have a bad elo. Like, you know, they're around 2100, 2200. Japanese versus Cumans, though, guys. So the Japanese, of course, get faster fishing ships, faster working fishermen, right? Something like that. Faster working fishing ships and extra HP, I think, is what it is. Yeah, they get twice the HP on their fishing ship. How you doing, Alba? Stronger fishing ships. They get like a fishing eco bonus as well. This is a best of 3, and we are in the round of 32. I'll show you guys exactly where this is taking place. As soon as I find it myself. I thought it was the top left. Oh, it is the top left corner. It's the bottom matchup in the yellow section. We've got ACCM versus Yasin in the round of 32. So it is a best of 3. The format for OnlyBans, of course, each player getting 3 match bans and 3 Civ bans, 1 per game.
What?
And each player also receives 1 insta ban, and neither player has used them in their first match. Both of them happy with a humans versus Japanese matchup. Humans, of course, can drop that second town center in Feudal Age. They can get the Siege Workshop down as well. They have cheaper buildings, military buildings, other than the barracks. So potential for feudal aggression is definitely there. Even though we've got 6 fishing ships versus, 5 fishing ships here from ACCM, Yasin looks like they have a bit stronger of an economy and will only be suffering about a, 45 second-ish deficit in feudal timing. ACCM, though. ACCM's set up in a really nice little base. The one issue with a base... Here's why I kind of prefer a base like this, even though I don't like the location of Yasin's as much. ACCM's base does not have a ton of room for farms. Like, you can put, 1 farm here, 1 farm... And yeah, you're on Nomad, but what happens if you lose access to water? Well, we'll see. Down in the south, looks like ACCM and Yasin having a Vil fight. Yasin was going to drop a second dock, and ooh, he manages to sneak the Vil in there. Now, Yasin's actually at an HP deficit, so ACCM's going to wall in behind. And now he's trapped with the villager. And will the villager be able to get the dock up in time? She's currently glitching because she's on the edge of the map. And ACCM is not letting the villager build the dock. Yasin's going to have to delete that dock. That villager's going to go down. Sick play from ACCM to snag an early villager and prevent a dock going down. ACCM, of course, is now going to be able to have a 1-to-1 dock, face-off with Yasin in the southeast here. And keep his eco safe while pressuring Yasin. Sick play from ACCM. Second town center is going to go down from Yasin as a response. And wow, that little villager walling there was absolutely sick from ACCM. I'm glad we caught it. Yasin's tried to spread the fishing ships out a little bit to keep them working, but surprise, there's another dock over here. ACCM already had a fire ship coming out of that dock as well. This is really looking like ACCM is going to be owning the water. We can see that Yasin is setting up on land. So can the second human town center make up for the lost fishing ships? Now, that might not be an impossibility. One thing I'm noticing is ACCM is full wood here. So we're going to be full fishing ships, especially now that we've won the water. Why not? And I hope you guys are psyched to be watching some OnlyBans action. We've got ACCM versus Yasin, and then we're going to cast Survivalist versus Jordan. They had a set they played last night off stream. It has not aired anywhere. No one has seen that yet. So you couldn't have seen it. Jordan didn't stream it. Survivalist didn't stream it, I don't think. Maybe he did. I don't know. I don't think he did. I didn't see it. So we're going to stream that after. My plan was to cast that live, but I fell asleep watching Ellie stream. Jordan streamed it? He must have been live for like an hour, Isaac. I was exhausted. I've been doing so much OnlyBans stuff. I just I watched I had everything set up for the stream that I did, and then I raided Ellie, and I watched her for like an hour, and I woke up, and then it was like 5 hours later, and I was like, all right, well. What do you mean, well, Isaac? What's the problem? I hate when people do that. Say something and don't say anything. Don't go well ... and then don't say anything. Drives me crazy. I thought I heard you say he streamed for only an hour. I assumed he must not have been streaming for too long because of... You saw Survivalist versus Adam on an Ellie stream. It was a fantastic stretch. Great. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it, moderators. Can you guys go back to not talking now? Great. Archers coming forward from ACCM, poking off some of the deer in the south here. Sorry. Well, you guys are just telling me the thing that I just said was wildly incorrect, so it's just I'm just joking around. I just got here. I thought nobody streamed it. Oh my god. You didn't stream it, did you? Okay, well, whatever. Oh, you saw Survivalist versus Adam. Huge brain fart. ACCM's pressuring Yasin a ton with the archers coming forward. It's kind of the opposite of what I was expecting. I think the Cuban player would have been better off with feudal aggression rather than a second town center after we lost the fishing ships, but I can understand the rationale for what we're doing. Don't let this happen again, Yasin. Get the Smith up. It's at 98.5%. Thank you. ACCM's going to be able to harass these wood lines with the villagers. What the fuck, Brad? Oh, but I didn't. I thought you said I didn't realize it was. I thought you said Survivalist versus Jordan. And then someone says that Jordan streamed his set. Did stream his. I don't even know. Now I'm just confused. I'm just joking around, mods. No worries, guys. You'll remember this. No, you won't. You don't even remember to set the elos at the beginning of every match. Defensive tower going down from Yasin. We're mining stone in the center here. This is a nice little base setup. The main issue for Yasin is that our wood lines are fairly pressurable. Although maybe now they aren't. Castle Age click in for Yasin's going to be a minute and a half behind ACCM. Who, with the unchecked food eco, has been able to make his way up to Castle Age super quick. Even has a villager lead, technically, with the extra fishing ships working. I would guess the land villager count is pretty firmly in favor of Yasin. We can check that. 32 land vills for ACCM. This is going to be like 45 from Yasin. So impressive from Yasin to keep up the eco with 2 town centers alone versus ACCM's, what is it, like 5 docks? Jordan had a lot of praise for the format. Okay, cool. That's good. That is good to hear. I bet the website looks good because he can that's part of the great thing about having that OnlyBans website is that all the streamers and all the players will show the draft website and people will be like, wow, this looks super legit. Which adds to the legitimacy of the tournament. So it's really, really nice. And thanks again to the mods for their hard work on that. Now, ACCM's archers are not doing a ton of damage here. They're idling, what, like 2, maybe 3 farms? But the damage will start to stack up. I think, like, Yasin's got to be ready to be going... I thought we were going to be going knights. We don't have the food eco, do we? So, Siege Workshop to defend from Yasin. Now, ACCM owns this hill. Wow, look at all the forward... I mean, they look like forward buildings, but, I mean, the base is right here. Players are actually pretty close to each other. Well, I've seen closer Arabia spawns, seriously. ACM is going to hit the market. I think that's just because it's weak. I don't think it has as much armor as other buildings, does it? No. Or something. More HP? Why are we attacking the market? I don't know. I guess it's just big and in the way. ACCM is going to have 3 batches of archers roaming around. They don't have Bob. They do have Bodkin, but they don't have armor. Defensive castle going down from Yasin in the north. That's going to secure the gold, stone, and food eco. And that's actually a sick castle if he can get it up. And he has the Scorpion to defend. And the other batch of crossbows from ACCM is not in a position to protect this. Plus, we have these 2 towers here to help defend as well. This is looking really solid for Yasin. All things considered, we're going up against someone, 200, 300 elo higher than us. One of the best in the world, ACCM. Certainly a top 8 player in the tournament. One of the higher seeds.
Yeah, what?
And I think the longer this game goes, the more it swings in favor, correct me if I'm wrong, of the Cumans. What do the Japanese really have against, like, Kipchak Hussar or Kipchak Paladin or something like that? Paladin. Kipchak Cavalier. Something like that. I don't know. Is that a Japanese knight? To snipe the mangonel? 2 Japanese knights. Yeah, I don't know. That castle really complicates any kind of pressure. ACCM planned on pressure, guys. He's added extra TCs. Has the villager lead. Remember, ACCM still owns fishing eco. He's booming up nicely on that. Mangonel's going to creep on the archers here in the west. Big shot from Yasin sails over the heads of the archers. And we're going to need a nice attack ground here. ACCM with the split, trying to keep those rear archers alive to keep pressure on both sides. Looking like ACCM, or pardon me, Yasin might lose this forward siege workshop. We got a bit of a... Oh. Yasin calls the GG. The pressure from the mangonels was too much. Yasin feeling hemmed in calls it. We're going to be headed to a game 2, guys. ACCM taking game 1 there. That's a pretty significant KD. Losing the water was pretty bad, and then the eco lead was kind of crazy. Outpost rushed ACCM. I don't know if this was actually outpost rushing so much as ACCM wanted visibility. I actually don't think this was outpost rushing. I think it was just ACM getting a little bit more visibility, a little bit more visibility, a little bit more visibility. If it was outpost rushing, it'd be everywhere. It wouldn't be in one little spot like this. GG, well played. Let's see if they've moved on to game 2 here. I already have a lobby code, so that's a good sign. Let's go back to the draft, guys. That is the brackets. I want the draft. And draft go. Nice. All right. So we had we saw the draw actually earlier after game 1 because players clicked forward a little bit quick, but we see Saracens versus Byzantines on Gold Rush. ACCM Saracens, Byzantines for Yasin. Let's see if either player used any instabans. And we do have an instaban. Looks like Yasin has banned the Saracens. ACCM is going to get Britons instead. They've even progressed for round 3. If we do go to round 3, it's going to be a fortress. If we get a game 3, it's going to be a fortress regicide between the Incas and the Burmese. Oh my God. Anyways. Players have already hopped into the next lobby. Just going to grab that code for myself. And get the next game all set up. So how you doing, chat? You guys enjoying OnlyBans so far? And are you excited for Survivalist versus Jordan after this? You're grabbing a cone? Uh-oh. I know what that means. And we are on Gold Rush, guys. Britons versus Byzantines. And let's go. ACCM in blue in the southwest. Have no fun? Have no fun? ACCM's going for the jugular here. Yasin in the east. ACCM's going for the kill, yeah. Wants to move on in this tournament. This has turned into quite the serious tournament, I'd say, given the players that we have involved and the prize pool that we've gotten up to over $3,200. Kind of amazing. I have no fun ever gonna go away? God.
Flygon Balloon cheered X50. I've been unwell as heck the past week and was busy before then. So that's left me busy. I hope this has been going well.
Thanks for the bits, Flygon. Much appreciated. ACCM has a good sense of humor and sportsmanship. He will have fun. ACCM, yeah. We've got Yasin pushing in deer already. So the Byzantine player, of course, gets extra HP on their buildings. You can see even the houses get extra HP. Looking at the bases for both players, we've got a V-shaped wood line for ACCM, who's set up in the corner. And we've got a splayed out, kind of like a H-shaped set of wood lines here. Nothing really in front. So, I mean, ACCM kind of has two front wood lines. Actually, a sick map for ACCM. And a pretty brutal map. Pardon me, I'm saying names backwards. Pardon me, guys. Yasin has a sick map. Sick map here for Yasin in the red in the east. The Byzantine player has a map that looks like it was designed for walling. ACCM's base is wide open. There we go. Apologies, guys. Still first set of the day for me. I just woke up like 45 minutes ago. That's my excuse. Rip. Chat, someone Uber Eats me some water. Someone DoorDash me, skip the dishes me some water. Just have them bring it to me. Hashtag, I just woke up with a fully manicured beard. The elos are on the wrong side. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome who is joining us here for ACCM versus Yasin. ACCM took game one pretty decisively on Nomad, and we are now on Gold Rush. Just trying to help out. No, you're helping, Taserface. Appreciate it. You ever notice a streamer has something wrong on stream? Always tell them. ACCM said no fun, but isn't taking the sheep. There we go. Class move from ACCM. Ammo's dropping the 2-year sub.
Bamo 890 just drank the Rang juice.
Thank you very much, Bamo. I didn't do the 2-year sub badge yet. Okay, 2-year sub badge needs to be done. I'm gonna have to pray, or maybe I'll do that after this game. We'll figure out something to make the 2-year badge. You still got your chair though. 2 years though, Bamo man. Thank you very much. Who's commanding me? We have a rush from ACCM hitting the closed up wood lines of Yasin. Yasin quick walling the berries in as well. There's Flygon, 10 months. Thanks, guys.
Bloom just drank the Rang juice.
Hey. Hey. Okay. My favorite unit in the game, militia, beating on palisade with baseball bat. There is nothing better than going up to your enemy's house and smashing it with baseball. Sound like you have some experience there, Lubov. Well, the baseball batted militia. I think those are maces, actually. Actually, they do kind of look like baseball bats. Anyways, they're beating on the palisade. The problem is these should be beating on the mill. It takes way less wood to repair a palisade than it does a mill. Plus, we're not even on the hill. So ACCM, I don't know what you're doing. You could be doing slightly better than what you're doing, but it's fine. Is the drush doing what it needs to do? Well, Yasin's worker efficiency has dropped a little bit as a result of the walls. ACCM has an archer wrench. This was a drush into archers, I think. Given the amount of food we have, it's going to not be able to be much else. ACCM taking some swipes at some deer. Got to be careful not to invoke the ire of the wolves that hang in the center. There are a lot of them on Gold Rush. Usually that dissuades drushes like this, but ACCM was smart. Went around the edge of the map. We lose one of our militia to the scout. We have defensive skirms already coming out from the Byzantine player. Byzantines get cheaper trash. They get cheaper spears. They get cheaper skirmishers. Yasin, unfortunately, still doesn't really have these walls up. If he gets them up, it's going to be a hell of a base. We'll have 2 trapped stones, 2 trapped golds. Yay. ACCM's going for a similarly, like, widened out base, trying to trap some extra resources. ACCM also has, like, a gold in the golden pit that's really close to his base. Red sort of does, too. For those militia. Hitting the lumber camp down here. Smith now going down for the Byzantine player. Smith is actually, I feel like Smith is really important for the Byzantine because you're probably going to be making a ton of skirms instead of archers. So having an extra damage output from them really helps. We have a little bit of pressure going forward from Yasin. Oh, God, the wolves. Dude, Bamo, thanks for the bits again, buddy. Prize pool at 32.60. Yes. Bamo, what's particularly crazy about this sponsorship is although we did have Rastafarian come through with a big chunk of change, I think like $840, $420 donations from Rastafarian and his wifey. Everything else was from the viewers. Like last time we raised like $1,500, I think. Just under $2,000 from the stream, and then Lawler dropped like $2,500 or something ridiculous. This time it's all you guys. It's all you guys this time. It's not like just one baller person, although Rastafarian. There's been a bunch of people. Like Dane Bo, Midu, I hate when I start doing this because there's so many people, but I like throwing out a few names. Where can you find ongoing matches or record from AOE2net? This match is ongoing right now, all the Smith. And if you go to onlybans.app, there's a schedule posted on the website there. $5 with the $5. Thank you for $5. Yasin does a great job defending with the skirms and manages to get this southern wall closed up. And we're only a Vil back. And that's going to be from idle time. I would guess probably because we wanted to pick up fletching or something. Now you got 5 on it. One thing, I think that dono might have gone to me, guys. If you want to donate to the tournament pool, make sure you click the OnlyBans logo. If you click the regular donation link, it goes to me. You got to click the OnlyBans logo.
Press 9.
If you, whoever donated that, if you want it to go to OnlyBans, just shoot me a DM. Stable going down here from the Britons. So the Britons, of course, we're going with stable. I wonder if this is to get scouts out or because we're going to go Knights in Castle Age. OnlyBans.
Grathrang tipped $4.20. I am the Grathrang now.
I am the Grathrang. OnlyBans.
Flygon tipped $5. Water buy with 5 on that other dono whatever I've been sick for the past week 11.
Thank you guys for the donos to the tournament pool. We are now at $269 at God damn it. How am I supposed to announce that we have a tournament pool that ends in a 69? What are you doing to me? The Byzantine player is doing good with the skirms, pressuring this wood line. Unfortunately, that one stable. Knights? We don't need knights. We can just make a scout. Oh, he said nice. I thought he said knights. Scout's going to take out those skirms. Byzantine player closed up yet? For the love of God! Close your map! You've got like 12 tiles before it turns into like bad news bears. Yasin, you got to close up. Stable. We got to make our own knights? What do we do with it? Or is this bloodlines for... Or we don't get bloodlines. We're Byzantines. Husbandry? We're not going CA. What's going on here? Knights? Camels? Cheap camels. Byzantines do get cheap camels, but you're not going to be making too many cheap camels against the Britons who have extra range and camels which have less pierce armor. I don't understand. I don't understand.
OnlyBans. 890 cheered Dex 49. Can you add
Shenny tipped $4.20.
Thank you for the $4.20 dono. Much appreciated. Twitch chat. Town Center going down here from ACCM. So ACCM immediately adding Town Center. Britons actually get cheaper TCs. Players have paused. Doug. Oh, we have a prediction going off. Guys, you can predict with your channel points. Will Yasin pull off the upset? I don't know what that means. Whoever asked that. Yes, Byzantines best civ, no Britons too strong. Okay, so that's just this game. You guys can predict with your channel points. Is Yasin going to win this game? Who sponsored this tournament? Viewers like you. Aww. No company or entity sponsored this tournament. That's why I could have a talking wizard swearing on it. Shit! See, I can swear. That's great. That's quality entertainment right there. Knights out from the Briton. We don't have any pierce armor, so the elite skirms won't do terrible against them.
Ready.
On the other hand, it looks like all of a sudden that stable seems like 5-head because we're countering these knights. So I guess Yasin saw the fact that he had so many skirms out. It made too much sense for the Briton player to throw in some knights, so he preemptively added camels, and it's paying off. It actually is paying off. Yasin, if we pile it on with camels here, or even add in a few of our own knights, it's not like the Briton player has knights. We could break in and get some damage. Instead, it looks like we're going to try and defend. And we're still not closed. The university went down in the wrong location. So rather than this being closed up, we have a passage into our base. Now, Yasin's doing a great job of wearing away at this group of crossbows. And has his own group of crossbows. I think they might have been on the way to ACCM's base, but they got caught by the secondary group of crossbows and knights from ACCM, who's now adding a town center in the center next to this forward-ish siege workshop. ACCM is going to own the center. The wolves are getting involved. The melee, the wolves just... The wolves are just eating away at these skirmishers one by one. Nothing can stop these things. Look at them go. All the army's dead. The wolves are all that remain. Oh no! They're fighting them. Don't fight the knight! No, your wife! She's dead! No! ACCM's trampling the wolf! Look, ACCM's patrolling over the wolves. ACCM, you sicko. You sicko. Holy crap, we got mangoes attacking skirmishers and dying to camels. Don't worry, guys, I was watching the mini-map. People are like, why are you watching the action? There was nothing on it. I was watching the mini-map, don't worry. Professional memer here, okay? Got a lot of value out of like 3 cavalry there from Yasin. Yasin is looking really strong. The issue is that ACCM is just in a really good position. But I like the way Yasin's been firing. Then we just lost all those scrims up here. But we're defending well. We have a good enough map, and we're a defensive civ. So if we take this late and boom up, 3 TCs from both players now. Guys, thanks for the donos. Players appreciate it, I'm sure. I do as well as my my host, co-host, pardon me, Ellie4K. Why is everyone calling me Doug? It's freaking me out, man.
Ethan?
Everybody's calling me my real life name. Mess with me, Chad.
Ready.
Look, you guys can call me Doug, but if you start calling me Douglas, you're banned. You understand me?
Yay.
ACCM sending these crossbows back. They've got Bodkin. They've got +1 armor, but no ballistics. If Yasin could break in with the knights and skirms, this is wide open. Imagine like 3-4 knights over here. And we can see, look, ACCM's actually panicking right now. Mangonels are creeping. Gotta be careful, Yasin. Yasin has a knight on the spot. These need to fall back. Ooh, dodging the mango shot. This is some crazy play from Yasin. Really forcing ACCM to play this properly. Oh, that is a Pog Champ castle drop. That could be coming in just a second. And let's see if this goes up. We're going to need some tricky quick walls here as Yasin is doing a really good job of drawing the archers and mangonels away from the center. There's the castle drop. We already have a mangonel on the spot. TC, it survives the first TC volley. There's a mango on the spot there for ACCM as well, who's trying to track down these knights and skirms at the same time. Yasin going for a crazy play to grab the center here on Gold Rush. There's a mango on the spot. It could clear up a bunch of villagers. Takes out 1. 2 mangoes there. Might lose 1. Survives because of the hill. And that castle's going to go up. A hell of a play from Yasin, who even though we lost a good portion of these. Wow, we're actually taking out a nice chunk of the archers here as well. The bear is getting involved. Go bear, go. Attack. Oh, get them. The Russian bear is doing so. I mean, Ukrainian bear. Shut up, you Bob.
Ethan?
With your suspicious tracksuit. This is crazy. 2 castles in the center.
Ready. Yay.
Is that really a counter castle? It's never going up. There's a 0% chance. I'm telling you right now, a 0% chance this castle go up. Could ACCM be about to get snowballed on here? Because there's no way that town center's going up. He might not be able to get this castle up either. He's gonna try and force it up. We have a bunch of villagers on the spot. We've got all of our army moving center here. I wonder if that castle's gonna make it. Is it really completely out of range? What about the tower? We gotta micro the tower. Yasin needs to micro the tower onto the Vills. Neither player will own the middle after this, although we will have some protected gold here for Yasin. ACCM will have way more. Is ACCM gonna have to abandon this castle, guys? We have cataphracts now out from Yasin. That might be just to get the units out on the spot. We lose one of our mangoes. ACCM still has 3 more, though. Catas do not have a lot of pierce armor. Someone says that red could drop another castle. I think red should sell and click up. The ACCM is going to get Trebs out and just push all of this out of the middle. That's the issue. The second batch of stone really should not be a second castle, I don't think. It should have been food and gold. So I think Yasin with a bit of mismacroing behind this. That being said, Yasin does have a really solid position at the moment, and it's going to take ACCM time to get trebuchets out and get these castles down. And ACCM is going to lose a good chunk of stone right here.
Ready.
However, ACCM opts to just completely ignore. Remember, he still has access to gold here and here. That close batch of gold, remember, that we talked about earlier. And we've got a weak spot in this this house wall. Especially when you got 3 mangoes that are going to work away. Well, they're going to work away at the smith, I guess. Yasin not out of it yet. It's looking bad. It's looking bad, guys. 3rd defensive castle. This is actually brilliant castle. We'll shut down this push. We could get a hell of a snipe here in a second. ACCM should see this coming. That outpost just saved ACCM's army. Because that was all clustered. It wasn't like just 32 archers. It was 32 archers on like a really, really small amount of tiles. Small amount of space. Yep, Byzantine castles with their extra HP will take a long time for ACCM to take out. Don't mango your own skirms. That looked really bad for a second. Yasin's base looks really defensible. He needs to get gold and he needs to get food ASAP. Like, imp has to be a priority now. Because we're going to have Trebs out. The thing is, the really nice thing here for Yasin is that ACCM only has 1 castle. Mango shots to the main skirm body. Villagers coming out to fight. Oh, landing main shots to the main skirm body. Villagers coming out to fight Yasin's mangonels. Arbs are going to hit. ACCM's dropping a forward castle. ACCM will drop forward castle. We'll get trebuchets out. We'll push into the main body of Yasin's base. Unfortunately, Yasin needs to be working his way up. Doesn't have the gold income. Doesn't really have the villagers he needs to maintain, or the army he needs to maintain a defense. And he's going to have to call a GG here. ACCM is going to be moving on to the round of 16. And Yasin, big props to Yasin, guys. Throw up the Grath salutes in chat right now for Yasin, who made a hell of a game 2 effort here to make something of this series. Props to him. GG, well played by both players. And I think if I'm Yasin, I'm thinking I'm pretty proud of what I pulled off here in this game. The big issue for Yasin is I think we needed 1 less, maybe 2 less even castles, or like just a later second castle. Jace Collab with the sub for 7 months in a row. Thank you very much. Right at the end. But yeah, I think the main issue is we got too much stone. We needed at some point we needed to transition to food and gold faster to get up to imp so that we could kind of fight against ACCM. One thing that drives me nuts though, guys, and you're kind of defaulted into this as the Byzantines, is playing defensively with skirm siege. And that's like that's like your bread and butter as the Byzantines is skirm siege until you can get a giant like cataphract skirm, some kind of mass like that massed up. Either way, GG, well played. Guess what? We have more. We've got Survivalist versus Jordan. I'm going to load those up right now. I'm going to send you guys over to the brackets. which I will also update right now. So we're going to do Jordan versus Survivalist, guys. Will be the next set that we're going to cast here. As soon as I move ACCM on. So, ACCM progressing through our bracket. So, coming up over the next couple days, I can read you the schedule. We're going to have Backed versus Blacked, Fire versus Freaking Andy. Those are actually both scheduled for today, I think. Although Backed versus Black might have been moved. But we also have Classic Pro versus C Celette tomorrow and Dark Noob versus Dragon Star. That's going to be a great set. Alez versus Nilly, Tato versus King Boo. That's all happening tomorrow, Monday, between 8 GMT is the earliest set between Classic Pro, C Celette. Dark Noob versus Dragon Star at 14 GMT. Oh, wait, can I show this on screen? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let me get the next Rex, the Rex loaded from last night, because although this set was cast live, I was not able to cast the previous set live, so we're going to cast it now. I think you guys will enjoy this. Load game. Open saved games folder. There we go. And download. Mods, can we get someone to pay out the predictions from last game, please? You already did it. Thank you very much. And let's set this one up. And let's have the prediction be, yeah, we'll just say, will Survivalist make it to Imperial Age in game 1? How about that? Because I think you probably have a decent idea that it's a bit of an ELO mismatch here, as it is the opening round of the round of 32. But let's see if Survivalist can steal something off of Jordan and make something interesting happen. Survivalist is pretty good about that type of thing. So I'm actually really excited to cast. This is the biggest ELO discrepancy, but I'm actually I might be like one of the more exciting set. Oh, they're on Socotra. Oh, hold on. Do we have they got the draft ID? Hold on. I didn't do the draft. We got the draft.
OnlyBans is Age of Empires 2 latest and greatest 1v1 tournament hosted by Grathrang and LE4K. 32 of the very best Age of Empires 2 players will face off in a unique format for the very first time, including Velez, Jordan, Mr. Yo, Doubt, Tato, ACCM, Backed, Song Song, Dogal, Vivi, Kazva, Miguel, Vinchester, Dragonstar, Classic Pro, and more. Contestants will not be allowed to pick civilizations or maps in drafts. Instead, they will only be allowed to ban them. There will be 3 civilization bans for a best of 3, 5 civ bans for a best of 5, and 7 for a best of 7. Players are also given the opportunity to swap either their own or their opponent's civs immediately before each game using the Insta-Ban. Each player receives 1 Insta-Ban in a best of 3 or best of 5, and 2 Insta-Bans in a best of 7. Maps were selected by organizers to evoke as many different types of playstyle as possible. Players will only be allowed to ban 3 of the 13 maps available. So when someone asks you for a link to the Civ draft, tell them that's not how this tournament works. This is OnlyBans.
This is OnlyBans. That announcer's such a jerk. Okay. Pushing buttons. We've got the map and Civ draft ready for you guys. Greatest tournament of the year. That's what I'm hoping for, Shido. Is this one, is this format, there's something magic about it, I think. We've got Acropolis, African Clearing, and Golden Pit banned by Jordan, who looks like they've banned, it looks like he's banned 2 kind of, I don't even know. I want to say cheesy maps in African Clearing and Golden Pit. and then the wide open Acropolis. Survivalist has banned Fortress, Nomad, and Hideout. We have Chinese, Aztecs, Mayans going down from the Jordan, who would let Survivalist potentially get his Byzantines, just banning some of the stronger Arabia civs, it looks like. Survivalist banning Poles, Mayans, and Burgundians. Neither player wanting anything to do with that Mayan crap. And it looks like game one is going to be Socotra, Burmese versus Spanish. And there we go. We'll see. We'll come back and look at game two. But we're going to be Burmese versus Spanish here for game one. And I am already loaded in, guys. Let's get things rolling here. We're going to change Jordan to red to make it easier for some of the more color sensitive folks. Survivalist in blue in the northwest here on Socotra, playing as the Spanish, one of his favorite civs. Jordan playing as the Burmese in the south. There's no civ draft. There's only bans. I hear chopping. Oh, they're chopping at each other with their scouts already. Who's going to get the best of it? And the answer is Survivalist, as he has a villager on the spot. And he's, I'm not sure what Survivalist is getting up to. Maybe thinking about laming Jordans with villagers kind of inching their way forwards a bit here and there. Or just wanting to poke at that scout, perhaps. Ooh.
Mishagoose tipped $42.69. Grath AAA.
Dude, thank you very much. Mishagoose, thank you very much for the $42.69. Show the Grath hype and the Grath salutes in chat for there. As we see Jordan coming forwards and laming a bunch of Survivalist sheep. And there's a villager here. It's already chaos as Jordan has has spread these sheep out real good. See if Survivalists can track all of them down. Oh, Char, thanks for getting the Elo swapped. Much appreciated. What is that Burmese pick? Asks Nemesis. Nemesis, there are no picks. So the way it works is the players ban their civilizations, and then it's randomized from the remaining civs. So neither player picked their civilization. What they did do, however, is neither player opted to use their insta-ban. So what they can do is they can change their civ out and have it a different randomized civ. But you don't know if you're going to end up with a better matchup here. I don't think Burmese versus Spanish is that terrible. They're two civs that are like castle drop into unique unit as their bread and butter. So I don't think the one disadvantage I think as the Burmese is you don't have super strong skirms if your opponent does get to overwhelming conks. But we could be in a situation where we see a Rambai versus Conquistador, and that'd be fun. Survivalist has gone forwards meanwhile and lamed a whole bunch of these Zebra, taking them out, shooting them down far away from Jordan's base. Jordan's done the same thing to Survivalist, so we've just got a bit of a lame fest going on here from both of the players. We have 7 seconds of idle time for Survivalist, but other than that, look at Jordan's worker efficiency. Whoa, 95% compared to 70% from Survivalist. If I'm Survivalist, man, and I see something like that, I'm thinking to myself, I got to go back and look at this game and see how he handled all the laming versus how I handled it, because if my worker efficiency is that much worse. Tower Rush could have some potential here. Jordan's going to go forwards and lame the berries of Survivalist. Survivalist is not responding in kind anymore. We went forwards and lamed a little bit. Now we've kind of backed off. We needed to keep going. Pierce armor on skirms barely matter with the conk base damage anyway. Oh, that's true, Bumbling Terror. Yeah, the main appeal of the skirms is the bonus damage they do to the conks, which count as cavalry archers, surprisingly or not. Did Survivalist play in Master of Socotra? I think he did. Yeah. So we might have some experience. I think Jordan did too, though. So players are definitely going to be familiar with Socotra. The whole point of the mixture of maps, if you guys go through and look at the map pool, you can go back and look at the clip, or you can pause it on YouTube. There's the list of map pools. I think the map pools also listed in the rules section on AoE Zone and in the Discord. Actually, moderators, if someone wants to make a ! map pool command, that could be useful. But if you look at the map pool, you guys will see there's a very, very varied, a amount of maps. So there's like 3 Arabia-ish. There's 2 Arabia-like maps. There's 3 arena-like maps. There's 2 nomad type maps. So there's multiple map types. The idea is that you get 3 map bans, so you can kind of ban 1 map variety. So if you go up against an arena clown, you would ban like Fortress, Hideout, and Arena, and then force them to play on some of the more open maps. And then if you're the arena clown, you're going up against like someone who's like really good at like Arabia and open maps. You'll ban like Arabia, Runestones, Acropolis, or something like that, you know. Survivalist is going to poke away at the Palisades of Jordan to get access to some of the berries. The thing is with berries, if you don't get them fully enclosed, it's not that bad because your villagers really only need access to like 2-3 berry bushes to make it efficient enough to take and wear away at. That being said, ILTC time for Survivalist 18 seconds to Jordan's 11, but Jordan's worker efficiency, every time I've looked down here at this number, it's consistently been much higher for Jordan. Now, Survivalist somehow, despite that, making his way up to Fuel H first. But look, Jordan's got 200 food in the bank. Survivalist has almost nothing. Going to be forced into straight archers here, and we don't even have villagers on gold. Jordan does. Guys, I'm glad to see so many new people here. Thank you for giving me a shot. My name's Grathrang. I'm the streamer known for having lots of memes and stuff on my stream. Chat is being surprisingly restrained so far, but I'm glad you guys are giving me a chance. I'm trying to branch into... Basically, what I would like to do is serious casting with memes attached to it. Would be the idea. So, you know, we're all here to have fun. Trying to find the balance between lots of memes and not too many memes, so everybody can enjoy and react. Basically, I like the idea that chat can react to stuff that happens on screen. To me, that's the best part about Twitch is interacting with chat. A lot of you guys can see with casting, I don't get to talk to chat as much, right? I don't get to talk to chat as much. So having stuff that you guys can throw up on screen. Pretty awesome. Oh god, I pushed the end stream button. That's the wrong button. Okay, I stopped it. Jesus. I legitimately accidentally pushed the stop stream button. Okay, we should be all right. I canceled it fast enough. I hit abort. I was
She is exactly the right amount
emotional, damn it.
I was trying to set off a meme. I was just trying to join in with you guys. Oh my god. All right, chat. Chat, you're at like a 7. I need you to get back down to like a 3 or a 4, okay?
Hey, bro.
What's your question?
My question is, what the hell?
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it.
Services. It's time to stop!
If this is your first time on the channel, is this you? Well, good news, Jimmy, because I've got an explanation that shows you exactly how this channel works. All you gotta do is click down here on Wheeler's Sack. Scroll through the list of available memes, pick the one you want to see pop up on screen, and click. And you can react to whatever's happening on screen. Isn't that great, Jimmy? But wait, there's more. No, actually, no, that's about it.
Stop! He's already dead.
have to keep going, guys, because I actually have to leave for work in an hour. Oh my god, that was great. Are we imp yet? Inception horde. There's skirmishers all over the place from Survivalist. Some of his favorite units are skirmishers. I believe I've heard him say that. Didn't he have a Survivalist skirm emote? If you got a Survivalist skirm emote, the ACCM was in the middle of all that. The slap on Jimmy was great. That was the best. We have the most dangerous move you can make as an Age of Empires 2 player. We have a forward blacksmith. Okay, well, it's going to be part of the wall. Market going down from Jordan. Jordan's going to go right up to Castle Age. Survivalist is going to be up to Castle as well in a moment. Both players pretty much avoiding feudal play, realizing that what's funny is that if Jordan had pressured Survivalist, I think it would have really hurt Survivalist. Although Survivalist had so many skirms out, Jordan probably felt like it just wasn't worth it, and now he's going to try and get up to Castle faster. Survivalist might be up first. We have more food. That's a forward range over here. My brain was interpreting it as two red ranges. Even though they're different building types, Grathring. They're literally different buildings. Conk should beat Arambai in low numbers. If you've never been on Socotra before, by the way, guys, and you don't know what's going on with like the outside of the map, no, you cannot dock this. You can't. You're stuck. It's just a really, really tiny map. It's placed. It's the island. Actually, it's based off a real life island. Socotra. Isn't there a James Bond movie that's set on Socotra? I feel like it's a common like place where villains set up. But I feel like there's a James Bond movie that is either set on Socotra or was filmed there. Quantum of Solace? I feel like that's very incorrect. Who's the villain here? Definitely Jordan. He's got more elos, so you have to root for Survivalist. Basically, what we want to happen is to Jordan to accidentally wander his archers into a mangonel. And then Survivalist just snowballs from there. Right? It's not impossible, honestly. There's a reason Survivalist is a 2K. Is because he knows how to snowball situations like that. But Jordan's one of the best in the world. Arguably the best in the tournament. I believe the number 2 seed behind Mr. Yo. Is he number 2 seed or number 4? Accidental town center delete. Exactly. It sounds stupid, but it happens. There's a reason we have to play these games. And Survivalist, and you know, the type of thing you'll see happen is a YOLO castle drop, maybe. And on Socotra, things snowball real quick. Jordan trying to defend the castle drop. Villagers are in position. We have the skirms trying to wear away at the main mass of archers. As far as Jordan's concerned, he'll take this any day of the week. Survivalist has to commit to this castle drop now. This is actually, if it goes up, it could work out for Survivalist. Crossbow kicking in a little bit later than Jordan would have liked. That castle's at 50%. Skirm mass still there, doing a good job of keeping this alive. Survivalist doing an amazing job of defending those villagers who are going to be able to get this forward castle up. Crossbows are going to go forwards into Survivalist's base. Survivalist, remember, the Spanish gets that faster build bonus, also going to be picking up fletching, but also going to be able to make conquistadors, which is a massive power spike. And Jordan has a tower up here in the northeast, a second town center going down in the south, has a fairly defensible base. So I think we're going to have to see Survivalist work his way through this town center. Maybe leaving these villas garrisoned would be a decent call, because we can get more arrow shot at this TC, get it out of the way faster. We have a pair of monasteries going down from Jordan. Conquistadors are susceptible to conversion. And the fact that they're ranged gives you a pretty significant advantage. Like, you need that, you're going to need that range bonus.
Monday.
And look how fast I mean, we could just shoot through this with a single castle volley. Survivalist. Just micro the castle onto the... I guess he doesn't want to take it off of the town center for even a second. If we had armor on these, we have the first armor. If we get the second armor, which we will in a second, we'll be able to dive that no problem. So Jordan's going to have to full wall, which you can do to a town center. The back 4 tiles of the town center are actually unwalkable. So if you wall to the back 4 tiles of the town center, you can wall to the TC. Problem is Jordan won't be able to get there with the castle fire there. And now we have Survivalists working away at this house. I think you just dive. I think diving is what would be a way better call here. Survivalists may be wary because the problem is now we have monks out. Survivalists needed to already have dive. I already have dove. Let's not sit under the TC and dive and snipe Vils. Snipe the monk maybe? There you go. We're one-shotting monks. We're one-shotting Vils with 3 of these things. Jordan has a 14-15 villager lead, and man, now Jordan's gonna have his own batch of conquistadors. Rough. This is not working. The famous Burmese conquistadors. I'd like to see a defensive castle drop from Jordan. You could also go forwards with an offensive one, honestly, but the one thing that Survivalist still has, despite the terrible villager split here, 33 to 48 in favor of Jordan, is map control, although that even might be compromised in a second with the batch of conks. Survivalist still has his skirms alive. You can use those on the conks. You're going to use skirms against your own conquistadors. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Turned against their brothers. Sounds like something out of an EU4 campaign. Rough equals wrath. The wrath of Grath. Something like that. Okay. Look at that villager count. 20 in the lead now almost for Jordan. I mean, just in a second after the next villagers pop. Ooh, that forward town center is dead now. The original town center from Jordan is gone. So Jordan's back on 1 TC. Elite skirm in for Survivalist. Bad. Map control. Honestly, I feel like map control and momentum are both in Survivalist's favor. Defensive castle. There's the defensive castle I was talking about from Jordan. Remember I was saying you need a castle right here? That's going to protect all of this economy. The one thing about being hemmed in the way that Jordan is, guys, is space is such a premium on Socotra. Space is almost as important as a resource as like gold or wood or food on Socotra. And right now, Jordan ain't got a whole lot of it. He's got enough to maintain like his small economy, but it's gonna be pressuring him into being like a 1 TC play. Now we see Jordan doing his best to get up to Imperial Age as fast as he can. Survivalist needs to do the same. We need to go all food. Every villager needs to be food. What are our gold miners? Yeah, we need to go all food, I think, if we're Survivalist. And get up to Imp as well. The problem is Survivalist 33 bills. Oh, God. Chris to Failure 42. This the first set I casted was live. This set is not live. I'm casting from a rec from last night that I missed. I literally slept through this. I have no idea who wins. See? I can guess. I have a strong idea. How many monks is that? 9 monks from Jordan. That's a 900 gold of monk. 900 gold of old men wandering around with sticks and capes. Jordan is rating Survivalist Precious Bills. Where? Oh, he's not. Oh, God, we missed a raid? Where's this raid happening? Where is this? I still have no idea where this raid happened. What? Ah. Bro. Wrathrang blind.
See?
Look, guys, it was very important for me to zoom in on the monks, okay?
Monday.
That was it wasn't for no reason. It's 900 gold of monk. That's an obscene investment. Where they are located on the battlefield is pretty darn important. Like, literally, look, we're going to flip an entire army or we're going to die to, like, 15 skirmishers. The peril of having 10 monks. You're either going to convert all your army's gold units or you're going to die to trash. It's preventing Survivalists from pushing, so the monks are doing their job. I think once Jordan hits Imp, we'll see Survivalists call GG. Maybe because half your screen was... I'm still learning as a stream, man. This is my third major pro tournament that I've boosted.
Presto. Monday.
Explosion. It wasn't a second stream ever. It's second stream ever, Garlic Granola Boy. I already got my Twitch shirt. Someone said for a zoom in on my hat. There you go. That was a while back. They wanted to zoom in on the hat. I knew that was coming. So as soon as he hit Imp, Survivalist is going down this one. Very understandable. There's nowhere to run or hide. And when you have 25 villagers and your opponent hits Imp, it's definitely over. Jordan's pretty good at playing Age of Empires too. Yeah, it's true, Garlic Granola Boy. Now we do have at least one more game from this set. And I will start to get that loaded. So many monks. I guess it paid off. Game number 2 is going to happen in just a second. We're going to take it over to the draft again. Oh, pushed. I was too eager. I didn't time it properly. But back to the draft we go. I'm getting pinged in the OnlyBans server. 1 second, guys. Running the format. Game 2 is loaded. Let me make sure we don't have any instabans here before I start, guys. Just doing an admin thing. We've got Malay and Byzantines. Ooh, Survivalist randomed into Byzantines. Ooh. Jordan has to instaban that, right? Jordan let him have Byzantines? He let him have Byzantines? Oh my goodness. I cannot believe he let him have Byzantines. That is ridiculous. On Land Madness versus Malay? What are you doing, Jordan? Who's that? Who's that? Oh, Mace. Mace is raiding with a party of 3. Dude, Mace, I hope you had a great stream. Mace, were you playing some DM? Mace is a DM player. Survivalist with Byzantines. He's based. This is like plus 200 elo for Survivalist. I think if we did so the exact opposite of OnlyBans would be like the one pick. So rather than OnlyBans, you're allowed to pick once. Let players have one civ. I think someone's even done that concept before, like a one civ cup. Ooh, new prediction. Here, I'll do that real quick. But people know we can't do predictions on the Jordan game. We can't do predictions on this. Will Survivalists make it to Imp? what we could do, we can't predict the outcome of wins because people can like look that up in AWNet and stuff.net. So what we're gonna do instead is, will Survivalist make cataphrag? Yes. No. Will Survivalist make cataphrag? Let's do that one. Because something I can see happening is Malay two-handed swords getting eaten by cataphracts. I can see that in the future. I don't think it'll happen, but I can see it happening. I can see the need for cataphracts against the Malay. Malay are in like they live in infantry. Land Madness, guys. If you haven't seen this map before, before we introduce players and civs, if you haven't seen this map before, there's these wood lines. It looks a lot like Arabia, but there's these stone patches around them that you cannot build on. And what that means is that everything ends up very isolated. So for in this instance, Survivalist was able to get this lumber camp down, but will not be able to build any palisades on this side. So it would be limited to putting a palisade like here and here, which makes them really, really inefficient. So having a wood line that you can like dig into with your villagers and then wall behind that is really important. Alternatively, being in a corner, kind of like Survivalist is actually a huge advantage, because what Survivalist can do is actually wall his base, almost like normal, to the edges of the map and have trapped wood. Jordan can do the same thing, but look, it's a little bit more awkward for Jordan, right? He's got to either like go out this way, pardon me, got to go out this way, then in behind or something, or out. Because you have to wall around the wood lines to the edges of the map. Both players lucky in that they are located in a corner. Chart, thank you for fixing the ELO mod. Mods have been on the ball today. Much appreciated. Jordan has sent his scout forwards, maybe taking a peek around. Could be looking for some sheeps. Looking at Jordan's base, we've got barracks and militia. We're going to be dropping a pre-milled rush into Survivalist's base. We have, of course, very, very open map, so it makes a lot of sense to see this early aggression, particularly from the Malay. The Malay get faster up, so they can do this build where I was actually playing as the Malay in my Civ A to Z challenge, where they do a drush into archers, and it's really nasty because of that fast uptime. Yeah, Survivalist will take that deer location because, yeah, he can send a pair of the very bills. The very bills? The very bills? The Berryvilles over. Berryvilles. That's not good. Someone asked where I'm off to after this. I'm going to be public address announcing for the Mississauga Steelheads. I got a playoff hockey game that I'm going to be announcing. Quick walls from Survivalist on the wood line, but the militia could just come over and harass the deer villagers. And is Jordan's pretty close to clicking up here. Two-ville drush into archers is so strong. So Garlic Granola Boy, you do a regular drush. But you don't make the third militia. And then you just go up to feudal age around 24, 25 pop. And then you go, because you're Malay, you get away with making the extra villagers. And you have a faster up. Oh, nice micro there from Survivalist, snagging one of the militia with the villagers. Camera control not on point, Wrathrang. The APM needed is disgusting. I mean, you literally, it's not that bad. If you can do a Garlic Granola Boy, if you can do a drush, do your regular drush build with the Malay, right? Just do your regular drush build. don't make the third militia. Don't send the villager to go get gold. It's actually less APM. I mean, it's the same APM as a drush, but you don't need as much because you don't have to make sure you get the little gold. Like there's little things, right? And it's actually gonna be drush into scouts. Wow. Interesting. Feel you never get any value from the army micro? I mean, even now, look, we're still recovering from the loss in worker efficiency. And Garlic Granola Boy, a way that Jordan could have gotten more value from that drush easily would have been to hit those deer, right? Take out the deer, pressure the berries on and off, don't commit to a fight. 2 on gold and then has gone into scouts. That's kind of an interesting play, Jordan. What's going on here? It could have been like a drush into men-at-arms into scouts, but that's kind of weird. Scouts are meta on Land Madness because it's kind of like a large-ish map. Look how far apart the town centers are. And then look at the size of the wood lines that you will have to run around. Like, that's not the only, like, stupid wood line on the map. It's, like, huge. Big, blocky wood lines you have to run around, so it makes sense. Scouts tend to make sense. And Big Malo says just blind countering skirms is another possibility. Is your opponent is the Byzantines, and it's survivalist, and he likes to do this weird, goofy skirm rush thing. We have some spears mixed in, though. The mobility of scouts is great, but their vulnerability to spears is so bad. I find it so difficult to justify making scouts. I like Survivalist's build where he makes like 2 scouts, so you have 3 total maybe. And then you don't even decide if you're gonna make the second one. You just start with 2 scouts and go in and try and pick off 1 or 2 vills on a middle, on like a very camp or a lumber camp, and that's it. And then just have a really clean build behind that and get up to Castle H fast. That's when scouts shines. It's that I've never seen someone just do that. It's always some other thing that isn't that. It's very, like, not executed in my experience. Men-at-arms, the problem is that you'll get hit by men-at-arms early, and then your instinct is to try and fight the men-at-arms off. Or you just don't have the APM to deal with the men-at-arms hitting your base while your scouts are going forwards. We've got fletching and town watch coming in for Jordan. Byzantines, of course, get free town watch. Survivalist already has fletching and has come forwards with the batch of skirms. Wow, there's a lot of skirms and spears. Could this be like an all-in feudal here from Survivalist? It's looking like it might be, guys. We're at minute 16. Survivalist has got less than 100 food in the bank, and he's got 14 skirms out. So we might be doing some skirm damage for Survivalist, going for some picks with the skirms. Jordan's adding his own, now up to 9. The problem is he's going to be chasing Survivalist this entire time. Now, Jordan already has a stable, so can get some scouts out, and that will hurt. So it's really paramount that Survivalists keep these spears alive. And we don't really have the skirm mass we need to like 3-shot the vills like we did before. When you have like 15 of these suckers in one spot, they'll like 2-3-shot villagers. But yeah. Not when you got like 7 of them. And now Jordan has the numbers at the back of his base. Survivalist is going to get trapped in a moment if he's not careful. He's got to at least save the spears. The spears are way more important. I think Jordan realizes that too. Because if Survivalist has a second mass, he'll need the spears, right? Yeah, they're dead. Jordan corners the spears and takes 2 of them out. Jordan does have a pair of archers, but he's got another one in queue. Uh-oh. I don't know about making archers when your opponent's like full skirm like this. Survivalist back up to his 14 his massive 14 skirms. He had a couple skirms still being irritating at the back, but those went down. Jordan sold stone, bought food, sold wood. Clicks up to castle. Survivalist, how many farms has he got? That's 14 farms for Jordan. I think it's like 16, 17. We got 21 farms for Survivalist. Wow. He makes it up to, if he survives and makes it to castle. Certainly not looking great though.
Presto.
Survivalist should win that skirm war. Skirm war.
Apa syasananya baginda?
Good job.
Ein.
I remember the skirm wars of 2022. My granddaddy fought in the skirm wars. Holy shit! And then they send an elephant at him. Now we're gonna answer the age-old question of how many elephants does it take to kill 20 skirmishers? And the answer is more than one. There was a spear mixed in there though. And Malay, of course, get those cheaper elephants. Could this be a throw from Jordan? Wait. He's getting crossbow. Jordan. Why are you getting crossbow, Jordan? There's 40 skirmishers in your base. Seems like a bad idea. That's just me. Could the full skirm play be the win? He has siege. Yeah, but he made a scorpion for some reason. Wow, look at that scorpion go. If he gets like 2 or 3 of them, it could be better. Survivalist needs elite skirm so bad. Crossbow aren't to defend. I mean, okay, fair enough. They are in the base. Whoa, they've gone forwards into Survivalist's base. And we are getting some villagers here. There's some Ellies forward from Jordan as well. And that is really, really hurting Survivalist's worker efficiency, down around 30% now. Survivalist skirms meanwhile being cleaned up by the Scorps. Slowly but steadily.
Apa syasananya baginda?
Oh no. Uh-oh. Yeah. That's looking GG, honestly. How did those get away? There should be so many dead vills right there. Can you imagine if Jordan had ballistics right now? Holy crap. The Ellies are piling up. Survivalists, you need monks. You will not live against the Malay Ellies without monks. I don't care how many elite skirms you got. Actually, how do elite skirms do against Malay Ellies? Did Jordan even get the first armor? Jordan did get the one armor for the cavalry that they do get. But I mean, even like one spear will help so much. Yeah. Or will it? Now we're buying stone. Jordan is getting into the wood line with this Ellie on the front. Survivalist has some spears there to answer. Survivalist 6 vills back to Jordan's 50. Still wearing away at siege with the skirms at the same time. More idle time here. Solid play from Survivalist, all things considered. The main issue for Survivalist is all of this idle time that this is causing. He can't seem to deal with that. Look at the idle TC time from Jordan, though. We got 2 minutes of idle TC time. Is that a castle click in? What's this? Wheelbarrow. Jordan dropping a third TC. I thought he was going to be going for a bit faster of a castle, but he's going to go for a bit slower of a castle. Up around 300 stone. Getting that third town center down. Survivalist still wearing away. Survivalist needs like one night. Do Byzantines get redemption, guys? I still think monks. Uh-oh. And this jaguar, pardon me, tiger, going for the kill. No, I want this one. Oh, God! Crossbow, you're gonna die anyways. You might as well have let the tiger kill you. There we go. They do get redemption. Okay. Ooh, great defensive castle from Jordan. We got two big batches of skirms moving in. There is a mangonel right there. Survivalist going for the no micro approach. That castle's going to go up easily. I gotta say, it's looking like Jordan's game, guys. We're 25 villagers up again. 26 villagers up. Oh my God, I can't count. 16 villagers up. Almost 20 villas. At this point, might as well be. Almost 20 villas up. I'm saying that now. Jordan is at 69 villagers. 69 villas for Jordan. Love how Jordan occasionally throws an Ellie and it wrecks Survivalist eco every time. Survivalist worker efficiency is so terrible. I think that's just part of the play of Land Madness, guys. Is toss army into your opponent's base. You know that it's going to do damage because there's no walls. And the worst part is, guys, remember what I said? They totally have walled the corners, especially by now. Begging for some walls to go down. Survivalist probably thinking he's still in this based on the score. The reality is that Jordan's going to be up to Imperial Age in a minute. And is still firing off, still has Knights and Ellies showing up in his base, idling half his economy at any given time. And Karambit spams from the Malay player could do it too. Yeah, we've got the infantry upgrades coming in. Go Karambits. Is Survivalist getting a handcard just to get his villas to move away from the Elise quicker? We finally have monks out. Imagine if we'd had monks this whole time, guys. Byzantines with redemption could have gone forwards with the monks after we cleared up the Ellies and started converting mangonels and flip things. And instead, now we're going to have what I like to call the bees. These are the bees.
What is that? What is that? What is it? Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah!
r/perfectly cut screams. Whoa, and we got a castle off. Someone hit the war drums. Where's my war drums? War drums. I'm gonna let the game speak for itself here. All right, that's pretty good. I enjoyed that. I don't know if you guys did. Where were the karambids during all of that? Where did the karambids go? They were useless. Well, Jordan's going to try and petard Survivalist Castle down. I don't see any petards from Survivalist, though. There's still a chance he doesn't make cataphracts, right? Come on, bring out the catas. We only need to see one cataphract for the prediction, people. Is he going to make one to defend against the ram? It's Survivalist's only castle. Classic approach. Ooh, second castle going down from Survivalist. Jordan clicks into Imp. Seems familiar. We've got some karambits. Now, these karambits, guys, they've got 7 attack. That's so bad. At least the whatchamacallits. What are the other ones? The Shotels? They have like 20 attack or something stupid, right? Make cataphract. He's making the stupid karambits anyways. Survivalist, make a cataphract. The people want their channel points. Karambits are just a male villager with a couple kitchen knives. I mean, they look, to be fair, they look like machetes. They're not kitchen knives, but okay. Like if I showed up to your house with a machete, you wouldn't say, hey, officer, there's a guy outside my house with a kitchen knife. No, you're going to say there's a guy outside my house with a machete. All right? I promise I won't show up to your house with a machete. Minus 30k. Typically, people don't dual wield machetes.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. The skirmishers are just wrecking these things. Who wins, skirmishers or karambits? We've got a cataphract, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a cataphract. The moderators can pay out the cataphract prediction. We've got multiple catas out. Sage, my points. Now Jordan has made it up to Imp first, has Elite Karambit coming in. Is this a redemption conversion? Where's I hear among somewhere? Oh, we got a knight. We were converting the knight. Right? I'm assuming we were. Survivalist doesn't have a stable, so. Do people use machetes for cooking? Oh, wait, do they? Cataphracts on the villagers. Do villagers count as infantry? Points have been paid out. Survivalist defense has been excellent so far, guys. And he's actually going to be making his way up to Imperial Age here. Jordan is going into Karambits. We've got Ballistics coming in too, but we're going Karambits, Blast Furnace, and Arson. And so far, we've got 44 karambits. Now, karambits take up half a population space, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So in theory, you could have 400 karambits. I think I'd rather have more of a good unit. Like, I think at this point, Jordan should be going into food-handed swordsman. So the Malay get a bonus where they can make two-handed swordsman for food only. If Survivalist wins this one, I'm actually going to be really impressed. I'll be like super stoked on Survivalist. If we get a game 3 out of this, it may actually complicate my life slightly. Survivalist hits Imperial Age. Let's see what happens. We have 125 karambits. Jordan is popped at 132 karambits. Oh yeah, this good timing with. This is a well-timed. How many cataphracts does it take to kill 150 karambits, guys? How fast is this TC gonna go down? What's this tech? We got Logistica coming in for the katas. Holy crap. Well, Survivalist has 11 cataphracts. I don't think that's going to do it against 100 of anything. This is one of the most ridiculous things I've seen in Age of Empires 2. These are fully upgraded elite karambits. Survivalist has Logistica katas. They did a lot of... The katas did not do that bad. Even though there's only 12 of them.
Yep.
Survivalist rebuilding the town center. It's going to take longer to rebuild it than it took to destroy it. What am I watching? So many karambits plowing through Survivalist town centers. How are these katas going to do against the karambits, though? That's what I want to see. The katas did not do terrible, but that's GG. Wow. What a game. The full YOLO karambits were crazy. Let's go back and see what happened up here. We just had some raiding. There was some katas over here to try and stop the raids. What a game. Yeah, Survivalist loves this karambit spam. Look at all the castles that Jordan made. Wow. That is the strongest showing from a individual player we've seen so far here at OnlyBans. Absolutely insane. Crazy. And obviously, Jordan will be moving on to the round of 16. Let's take it over to the brackets, actually, and see just how things are lining up so far. So Jordan defeating Survivalist, the qualified player.